Hello everybody and welcome back to the San Francisco Giants franchise. And before we get into this game against the Phillies, let's take a look at some of the stats. So we're approaching the halfway mark in May. Almost halfway done with the month of May. So let's look at how some of our players are doing. Now, hold on. We do need to fix up our lineup because this is not what our normal lineup is going to be. Normally, this is going to be our lineup. Austin Jackson leading off with 2 home runs and 12 RBIs. He's hitting .297. He's having a pretty solid year. And then, hitting a second will be in right field. Andrew McCutcheon, who really did start off slow. He's getting back up there. He is. He's hitting .254 with 8 home runs and 19 RBIs. Hitting third will be, well, for right now, Jonathan Schoop, who is raking the ball with a pretty, he's hitting nice, .309 average, 14 home runs and 36 RBIs. He's gonna hit third. Buster Posey will hit fourth. He's hitting .226 or 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. Not having a great season so far. Mike Moustakas, the newly acquired San Francisco Giant in 12 at-bats, he has 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and he's hitting .333. Evan Longoria, he's having a pretty solid year. Same with Brandon Crawford. Crawford actually having a nice enough year. I'm actually going to move our lineup like this and put him 5th. And Jarrett Parker, well, right now he's not going to play, though he's hitting .174. Sorry, that's not him. He's hitting .213. And Hunter Pence, who's going to play instead of him, he's hitting .225, so still not great. And then Johnny Cueto, I mean, he's not doing bad. He's not doing good either, though. So let me just make sure our lineup is the same here. For versus left-handers, no DH. We rarely play with DH. 5th, I have Crawford, then that, and we are good. Yeah, just give me 1 second. With DH. Yeah. Let me just quickly fix this up. That way we have the best lineup possible all the time. Alright, there we go. Wait, there. That, and that. And boom. Last but not least, to do this. And then this, and this. So, there we go. Our lineups are good. Let's look at our pitching rotation. Madison Bumgarner, our ace, having a not great year. He's 2-3 with a 5.60 ERA. Then you got Johnny Cueto, who, well, he's 2-2 with a 3.02 ERA. He's having a pretty good year. Jeff Samardzija, he's 4-2 with a 2.56 ERA. Chris Stratton, 3-1, 2.21 ERA. And then Ty Black, the best pitcher on our team, never mind. Whatever, that got over right. And then I also want to look at Mr. Mark Melanson's stats, who, well, he's 3-1 with a 2.53 ERA. And really, he's having a pretty good year. Now, without further ado, let's get into this one. Giants lead the Dodgers, who are second in the division, by 1.5 games. So they're not doing too bad currently. They're hitting the ball pretty well. Everything's just going pretty well for them. So, play the full game. Here we go. Yeah, we're gonna wear those. Citizens Bank Park. Here we go. Cueto will be on the mound versus Mark Leader. Let's do this. Jonathan Schoop, he's fallen down a bit in RBIs, but he's still hitting the ball incredibly well. There you see the division standings. And Giants are they're decent in almost every category except stolen bases. They are not a fast team. Home runs and saves, they lead in both of those categories, Jonathan Schoop and Mark Melancon. So here we go from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. It will be the Philadelphia Phillies starting this one off in the field. The first pitch of the game from Mark Leader to Austin Jackson is a little blooper that will fall. And that's how this one will get underway in the top of the first. So, Austin Jackson, he picks up yet another base hit. And that brings up Andrew McCutchen with an 0-2 count, no outs here in the top of the first inning. Check swing, did he go? No, says the first base umpire. That will be ball one. So, this is definitely my favorite series to be recording right now. It's just fun. It really is just pretty fun to record. I'm having fun doing everything with it, and I mean, this reminds me of, like, I loved doing the Mets franchise, and I'm really starting to get into this Giants franchise, too. Now, that'll bring up Jonathan Schoop with one out here in the top of the first. He's up with 2 strikes, and my PlayStation 3 did that to me. I'm not kidding, that was my PlayStation 3's fault. So Schoop strikes out for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Buster Posey with a man on, full count. And he fouls off what would have been ball 4. Well, I don't know what the umpire called it, but it was low and out of the zone. And he hits that one into the right center gap, but it will be caught to end the inning. So, a leadoff hit for Austin Jackson can't become anything, and, well, Phillies, they get out of what could have been jam. Now, Johnny Cueto will be on the mound for San Francisco in this one. We went over his stats earlier in the episode, and now let's see how well he can do here in Philly. Well, that's not a good start. That ball cut off by Austin Jackson. He's going to throw that into second base. That's a leadoff double for J.P. Crawford and the Phillies. Now, that'll bring up Aaron Altair. Sorry, that's not Aaron Altair, that's Nick Williams. He drives one. And McCutchen, he will get there. The runner will tag up, though. Throw to the cutoff man, Schoop. So there is now one out and a runner on third for Cesar Hernandez. And okay, picking it up in fair territory is Evan Longoria for out number 2. So looking like, alright, Giants, they got into a bit of a jam, but it's looking like Cueto's going to be able to pitch his way out of it. Strike 2 there on Rhys Hoskins. And, ooh, slider just missing for ball 2. And the cutter also just misses. That's ball 3. Tommy Joseph is on deck for San Francisco. Strike 3. Swinging down goes Rhys Hoskins. So no score after 1. Both teams with... What? Both teams with 1 hit. And Brandon Crawford, who's been hitting the ball very well recently. Alright, fouls that one off. 2-2 count on him. And he hits that one into center field. Hit it pretty deep, but it will be caught by the center fielder. Not the best start for San Francisco or Philadelphia, but that will bring up Mike Moustakas, recently signed to a deal, and this is why. Did he go deep? In 13 at-bats, 3 of them have left the ballpark. 1-0 San Francisco off of Mike Moustakas' solo shot here in the bottom of the second inning. Top of the second inning, sorry. That'll bring up Evan Longoria here. So Mark Leader, he gives up a solo shot there to... Woo, what's his name? Mike Moustakas, but his cutter just fooled Evan Longoria for a strikeout. That's out number 2. And that fastball inside on Hunter Pence. It's a 2-1 count. Alright. See if Hunter Pence can get something done in this one. That's a fly ball. Under it is the right fielder. Inning over. But Mike Moustakas right there puts 1 on the board for San Francisco. It is 1-0 Giants as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Alright, there we go. 1-2 count. Cueto, heel kick and fired it to Posey. And he jams Tommy Joseph. Little grounder to third, and Moustakas threw it to Longoria. That's out number 1. Alright, that'll bring up Aaron Altair in a full count. Cueto gets him swinging out. That's out number 2. Johnny Cueto, he gave up that leadoff single, and he's been dealing ever since. And that ball fouled off. The pitching staff for San Francisco is really getting things done for them. And that's a big part of what's helping them. That ball's popped up. Schoop under it. Longoria, he went over to help out Schoop just in case he messed it up, but he didn't. So, that will be out number 3. So Johnny Cueto steps in now. Let's see what he can do here. Ooh! Strike 2 on Cueto. A swing and a miss there. Yeah, Mark Leader's cutter is wicked. It really is. Like, his cutter it's destroying some of the Giants players. I believe that was a cutter too. No, that was a 2-seam fastball. So Austin Jackson, he calls a timeout. Should have done that in Jonathan Schoop's at bat. Alright, top of the third. Jackson fouls that one off. So it's a 2-2 count now on a Giants center fielder who's been hitting the ball pretty well recently. And that's down the line for his second hit of the game. Though that's a great play by the left fielder, and Jackson, he would have just been thrown into a rundown if he hadn't tried to get back. And he can't get back, and he's out. That's out number 2. I think he thought he could go to second, but then the ball was put in, was gotten back into the infield a lot faster than he thought it would be. So he tried going back, and it was a bad idea to go back. And McCutchen, he gets a triple because the left fielder dove to try and catch it, but was unsuccessful in doing so. That's his second triple of the year. Jonathan Schoop steps in for San Francisco. He's been hitting not as well as he did before recently, but he does get an RBI single here. And then the left fielder dropped the ball. So, he hadn't been hitting amazing recently, but he does drive home Andrew McCutchen with a single there. Now to bring up Buster Posey with a 1-2 count. Posey, he's been struggling this year. And ground ball gets by the third baseman, I believe, Franco. And that's, well, that's a costly mistake because now there are 2 runners on for Brandon Crawford. 2 outs, 2 on, 2-1 count. And he hits one into right center. That one has a chance of falling, but the center fielder gets there to get the Phillies out of trouble. So it's only 2-0 Giants as we head into the bottom of the third. That ball hit into center field by the guy who was batting. And Austin Jackson catches that for out number 1. So that'll bring up the pitcher, Mark Leader. Let's see what he can do with the bat in his hand. Try and help out his own cause. Evan Longoria almost able to get there, just not able to get there. He dove to catch it. He didn't catch it, though. That cutter just misses low. And that's ball 2. 2-2 pitch from Cueto. Hey, wow. That was a pretty good play by second baseman Jonathan Schoop. Now J.P. Crawford steps in for the Phillies. He is the only man who's gotten a hit for them in this one. So, I mean, yeah. He is their leadoff guy. He's the guy you expect to get on base and help out your team right and early on. But, I mean, his teammates couldn't get him home. And strike 3, he goes down swinging. So, not good. Not good at all for the Phillies, as their offense is not able to get things done. So now Mike Moustakas steps in again, and that one gets by the first baseman, what's his name? And that will be a leadoff single. Now that brings up Evan Longoria here for San Francisco. Alright. The pitch to Longoria is swung on and missed. He's looking like a clown there. So now it's a 2-2 count. And that ball lined, it drops, and there are 2 runners on with nobody out. For who? For Hunter Pence. He's been swinging it kind of slow lately. He's not been hitting great. Oh, he does hit that one right back up the middle, and that'll fall for a base hit. Runner from second, Moustakas had to wait to see maybe if it got caught. It didn't, so now the bases are loaded for the pitcher, Johnny Cueto. Definitely not the man the Giants really wanted up in this situation. Now he does hit a little fly ball. That's not going to be deep enough to score the slow Mike Moustakas. So there's 1 out, and the bases are still loaded. Will the Phillies be able to get out of this jam? 0-2 count now on the leadoff man, as Austin Jackson steps up to the plate. And strike 3 swinging. Are you kidding me? The Phillies, they might get out of this one. But Andrew McCutchen up. And he's hit 8 long balls on the year. He's certainly a home run threat. And he hits one. He hits a little blooper into the gap. It gets down. And that will drive in a run. The bases will remain loaded. Kind of a strange play. But the bases are now loaded for Jonathan Schoop. Let's see what Schoop can do here. And he hits one down the line. 1 runner will score. A second runner will score. And another runner, McCutchen, he's going for home. He's safe, no throw, and it's 6-0 San Francisco. And that'll bring up Buster Posey with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Jonathan Schoop, he was hitting not as well as he was usually hitting. Coming into this one, he has 4 RBIs in it. Well, Buster Posey says, "You can do it. I can drive in some too." Buster Posey, maybe he's breaking his slump too. 2-run bomb, his 4th of the year. And that will end the Phillies starter Mark Leader's day here in the top of the 4th. Now Brandon Crawford up. 0-2 count. That ball is away for ball 1. Alright, let's see. And that ball is hitting the air. Probably going to be caught. Whoa, what's happening with the Yankees? Didi Gregorius, nice. 3-run bomb. So, still only 1 hit for the Phillies. And they're down 8-0. Giants have 11 hits more than they do. Alright, Nick Williams in now for San Francisco. Against San Francisco, not for San Francisco, for Philadelphia. 3-2 pitch from Cueto is fouled off once again. So, Williams, he's not willing to give up here. Still, once more, the 3-2. Swung on and missed. Cueto sends him down swinging. That's another K for him. He's striking out a lot in this one. Cueto's not striking out himself. He is striking out like the entire Phillies team. That ball's hit well. Andrew McCutchen can't get there. And there will be at least a second runner for the day this year for the Phillies. And I didn't think he'd go for third. And that's a triple. Now, Cueto, he's trying to not give up a run here. He's been pitching so well in this one, though. I feel confident that he won't. Strike 3, swing, and that's his second strikeout of the inning. And now Tommy Joseph steps in. Cueto, he's trying to pitch himself out of a jam. And that is not how to do it! Tommy Joseph goes deep for a 2-run moonshot, and the Phillies trail by 6. See you later, Tommy Joseph. Puts 2 on the board for Philadelphia. And this game, it's not over. It's only the 4th inning. And I'd say it's reasonable. It's reasonable if the Phillies can stop the Giants from getting any more runs. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know if they'll be able to do that, but... And McCutchen, he calls off Austin Jackson, catches it himself for out number 3. So, a 2-run home run puts the Phillies within 6. Didn't seem to mess with Cueto too much. Of course, it frustrated him a bit, but I mean, you would think it would. Mike Moustakas, second time this game. It's touch 'em all time for Mikey. Yeah, he may have been a free agent for a while. I don't know why nobody picked him up. I'm certainly glad we did. Ooh, swing and a miss. 2-2 pitch now to Evan Longoria. I thought it was something Morgan, but I wasn't sure. Morgan gets Longoria to hit a fly ball into right field. And that will be at number 1. It's a 2-1 count now on Hunter Pence. Let's see what he can do here. He's 1 for 2 on the day so far. And he hits a fly ball. It's up in the air and caught by Rhys Hoskins, the left fielder. And that will bring up the pitcher, Johnny Cueto. He's hitless in this game, but he is a pitcher. And he tries helping out his own cause. Nobody on base, but he does get himself a nice single. So, not bad there for Johnny Cueto. Alright, here we go. 1-1 count on Austin Jackson. And he drives one. He's not a power hitter, but he can leave the yard sometimes. This is not one of those times. Well, Mike Moustakas, well, he adds 1 more to the Giants' lead. See you later. His second of the day. Alright, that'll take Johnny Cueto to the mound here in the bottom of the 5th. That ball fouled off, so we'll do the 1-2 once more. Michael Franco in the batter's box for Philadelphia. He goes down swinging. So Cueto, he's striking out a lot of Phillies. He's sending them all down. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3, down goes. What's his name? Something. Now Andrew something or other, 1-1 count on him. He's pinch hitting for the Phillies. And it's looking like he might just end up being another one of Johnny Cueto's victims. No, not quite. Not quite yet, at least. Cueto, you know, he's going to come back with a slider of his that's gotten so many Phillies to strike out. And it got one more to strike out as well. What's this? Strike out 3 batters in a row. Yeah, I did that. Now Andrew McCutchen up. Let's see what he can do here. A double for Jonathan Schoop, and Buster Posey walks. So there's 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position now for San Francisco. And Brandon Crawford up, and he hits a fly ball. He is out. There's 2 outs and 2 runners on, but that will bring up the man with 2 home runs in this game, Mike Moustakas. He also has an RBI single. So, Jonathan Schoop, he might have 4 RBIs, but Mike Moustakas, did he go? No, he did not. Alright, now a 1-2 count. He might have 4 RBIs in this one, but that doesn't really matter if Mike Moustakas is going to keep going deep. And he hits a little blooper into center field, and that's going to drive home another one. So he needs a triple to complete the cycle, and in every at-bat he's had, he's driven in at least 1 RBI. So runners on the corners and 2 outs for the first baseman, Evan Longoria. And Longoria, he hits a little flare. That will get over the second baseman's head, and Moustakas slides into third safely. So still runners on the corners with 2 outs. Longoria gets an RBI. Hunter Pence steps in now for San Francisco. Can he do something here? 1-1 count on him. Tommy Hunter on the mound for Philadelphia. That's strike 2. No, it's a 2-2. No, it's a 1-2 count. 2 outs, 2 on. And he hits a little fly ball that will be caught by the shortstop to end the inning. Though the Giants do add 2 more. And they lead this one 11-2. So, Cueto, he's going to take the mound here once more in the 6th inning. And, well, he's trying to pick up yet another strikeout. I don't know how many he quite has on this game. And, ooh, he gets the call on that one. Strike 3. He's getting the calls because he's been throwing so well in this one. He has 9 strikeouts currently in this game. Let's see if he can make it double digits here. Strike 2 off the foul ball. This looks like... Oh, this is Nick Williams, not Aaron Altair. Okay. 1-2 pitch on Nick Williams. Strike 3 looking. Strike number 3. Strikeout number 10. And Cueto, he struck out 5 in a row. Ooh! That slider is called for ball 2. That fastball inside, that's ball 3. So Cueto, the 3-1. Cutter, strike 2, and it's a full count. The 3-2 pitch is a little ground ball fielded by Schoop. That's out number 3. So only 3 hits allowed through 6 innings for Johnny Cueto. Speaking of Johnny Cueto, he will walk. Austin Jackson will bunt him over, and Andrew McCutchen flies out. He tags up to third, and he flies out. So we are going ahead, bottom 7, 11-2 lead. And Sam Dyson will warm up in the Giants bullpen. So let's see if the Phillies, who are currently down by 9 runs, they have 9 outs to get 9 runs to tie. Though, that ball is driven! See you later! Well, they have 9 outs to get 8 runs. Rhys Hoskins goes deep. Cueto, 3 earned runs. 10 strikeouts. You know, no matter what, he's throwing an amazing game. Johnny Cueto, he's been one of the most solid pitchers this season, most consistent all season long, making 11 strikeouts. He's been consistent all game long. And all season long, sorry, and game. And really, he's a big part of the Giants' success. He's almost averaging 2 strikeouts per inning. Like, seriously, that's his 2nd strikeout this inning. Strike 3 got him swinging. He is dealing right now. Luis Garcia will come in for the Phillies. And he gets the Giants to go down 1-2-3. And Johnny Cueto now strikes out Jorge Alfaro. That's 14 on the day for him. The 2-1 pitch to Ryan Flaherty, that's in there for strike 2. He's looking for his 15th of the game. That won't be his 15th of the game. And Austin Jackson catches that for out number 2. Johnny Cueto. He is having such a good game. Ooh. That one outside for ball 3. It's a 3-1 count now on J.P. Crawford. Ground ball to short. Scope throws it to first. Inning over. Now let's see if the Giants can tack on a few more insurance runs just to make sure they have this one sealed. They do have an 8-run lead in the top of the 9th. Strike. Wow, Longoria. That's a bad swing for him. So Luis Garcia still on the mound. 2-2 count now on Evan Longoria. And the Giants have had a great day hitting. Had a great day from their starter. And really just everything has gone well for them. So it's a 1-2 count now on Hunter Pence. Ooh, fouled off. So Luis Gonzalez has come into this game and really just, he's dominated the Giants hitting. Strike 3 in the dirt. Though Pence, he's beating, still gets thrown out. That's out number 2. Tommy Joseph there playing first. And Johnny Cueto, he will get to bat. Then that probably means he will throw a complete game, or at least attempt to, as he flies out to end the top of the 9th. And I can't think of a more fitting player to end the inning than Cueto, though. So the 3-0 count on Nick Williams to start the 9th, and I'd just like to acknowledge this. Look at how many people are actually there. There is nobody in this stadium. Like, the Phillies are second in the East. I mean, okay, they're not having a good game. Maybe people went home early. But still, there should be more people in the stadium than this. Like, nobody is here. Look at how many empty seats are right behind home plate. Nobody in any of those. Oh wow, this is actually pretty cool. that could be a cool thumbnail. I don't know. I'm probably not going to make that the thumbnail. So 3-1. 3-2. You saw him starting to walk over to first. He thought that was ball 3. So keep in mind, Cueto was down 3-0 on Nick Williams, and it's a full count now. He got another one. 15 on the day for Johnny Cueto. Wow. I'm just in awe of how well Cueto is pitching in this one. That's a ground ball. Out number 2. So the Phillies have 1 out remaining. And it will be Rhys Hoskins. Fitting. That's how Cueto ends it. He strikes out his 16th of the game. A 16 strikeout, 3 earned run performance. Posey gets a bit of a friendly shove there from Johnny Cueto. Mike Moustakas will earn player of the game honors. Close second is definitely going to be Johnny Cueto, but he did go 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and 2 home runs. So Johnny Cueto, he advances at 3-2 on the year, walking no one, striking out 16. 9 innings pitched, only allowed 4 runs and 4 earned runs, or 4 hits and 3 earned runs. Mark Leader, he will pick up his first loss of the year. He went 3-2 earned in 2/3 innings, allowing 12 hits, 8 runs, and 8 earned runs. He didn't walk anybody, but he only struck out 3. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, he only had 13 less strikeouts than Cueto, So Johnny Cueto picks up the victory here. Tommy Joseph had a decent day for Philadelphia. He hit a 2-run shot in the 4th inning, responsible for 2 of the 3 Philly runs. That will wrap up this episode of the Philadelphia Phillies franchise. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace.